Preparing for your driving theory test? You're in the right place. In this video, we'll go through the latest practice questions to help you pass with confidence. Ready to test your knowledge? Let's begin. Question 1. You are driving down the motorway and planning to turn off at the next junction. However, you miss your exit. What should you do? A. Reverse in the left-hand lane if no cars are coming. B. Carry on until you reach the next junction you can exit at. C. Reverse on the hard shoulder back to the exit. D. Perform a U-turn at the next gap in the central reservation. The answer is B. Carry on until you reach the next junction you can exit at. Question 2. You're involved in an accident with another vehicle. Someone sustains a neck injury, and your vehicle is damaged. What should you find out from the other driver involved? A. The driver's history of accidents. B. The driver's name, address, number, and insurance details. C. How long the driver has been driving for. D. The driver's occupation. The answer is B. The driver's name, address, number, and insurance details. Question 3. While at a mini roundabout, you need to A. Give way to oncoming traffic ahead of you. B. Come to a halt even when there is no traffic. C. Give way to oncoming traffic on your right. D. Give way to oncoming traffic on your left. The answer is C. Give way to oncoming traffic on your right. Question 4. You wish to park in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, which has traffic flowing in both directions. At nighttime, you should park A. On the right side of the road, with dimmed headlights. B. On the right side of the road with parking lights on. C. On the left side of the road with parking lights on. D. On the left side of the road without any lights activated. The answer is C. On the left side of the road with parking lights on. Question 5. How long must you have held your full EC/EEA driving license for before supervising a learner driver? A. 2 years. B. 5 years. C. 1 year. D. 3 years. The answer is D. 3 years. Question 6. What vehicle should you allow extra room for when you overtake? A. Tractors. B. Road sweepers. C. Cars. D. Bikes. The answer is D. Bikes. Question 7. If turning left to enter a side road, which hazard should you watch out for the most? A. Congested traffic. B. Pedestrians. C. Vehicles parked on either side. D. If the side road has a one-way system. The answer is B. Pedestrians. Question 8. You are driving behind a large goods vehicle. It signals right but starts to move left. Should you A. Overtake it to avoid collision. B. Carry on and keep to the right. C. Slow down and let it turn. D. Accelerate and sound your horn. The answer is C. Slow down and let it turn. Question 9. At an accident, someone is unconscious. Your main priorities should be A. Check the person's airways, breathing, and stop any heavy bleeding. B. Take names and details of all those involved. C. Sweep up any broken glass or debris that is near them. D. To carry on moving. The answer is A. Check the person's airways, breathing, and stop any heavy bleeding. Question 10. You forget to switch off your rear fog lights when you have been driving in fog after it clears. This could A. Lessen your light's brightness. In the future, use in fog. B. Damage your car's battery. C. Be a breach of the law. D. Affect the engine power. The answer is C. Be a breach of the law. Question 11. You are driving, but ahead of you is a bus at a designated stop. Should you A. Brake suddenly behind it and wait for it to go? B. Beep as you pass the bus to notify the driver? C. Be prepared to slow down and give way if the bus suddenly moves? D. Accelerate past the bus? The answer is C. Be prepared to slow down and give way if the bus suddenly moves. Question 12. You have a collision while you're driving. What is the first thing to do? A. Call your insurance company. B. Carry on driving. C. Stop at the scene. D. Call somebody you know to ask advice. The answer is C. Stop at the scene. Question 13. Your vehicle breaks down in a tunnel. What would you do first? A. Get out of your car and flag down any driver for help. B. Get out of your car and stand behind it to show other drivers it isn't moving. C. Wait in your car until it gets reported to the police. D. Switch on your hazard lights and call your breakdown company. The answer is D. Switch on your hazard lights and call your breakdown company. Question 14. After heavy rain, the motorway is wet and road spray is affecting visibility and overall driving conditions. What do you do? A. Ensure that your front fog lights are turned on. B. Ensure that your headlights are on and in a dipped setting. C. Ensure that your rear fog lights are turned on. D. Ensure that your hazard lights have been activated. The answer is B. Ensure that your headlights are on and in a dipped setting. Question 15. You are towing a trailer on the motorway. What is the maximum speed you can go at? A. 30 miles per hour. B. 70 miles per hour. C. 40 miles per hour. D. 60 miles per hour. The answer is D. 60 miles per hour. Question 16. While driving behind a vehicle on a road that is slippery and wet, what time gap should you leave between their car and yours? A. 3 seconds. B. 4 seconds. C. 2 seconds. D. 1 second. The answer is B. 4 seconds. Question 17. If you have a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? A. Having no seatbelt on. B. Collapsible steering wheel. C. A properly adjusted head restraint. D. Holding your neck upright. The answer is C. A properly adjusted head restraint. Question 18. On a standard 3-lane motorway, what is the purpose of the right-hand lane? A. For use by high-sided vehicles. B. For low-speed cruising on the motorway. C. For high-speed cruising on the motorway. D. For the purpose of overtaking. The answer is D. For the purpose of overtaking. Question 19. Following on from the purchase of a new car, when will the first MOT certificate need to be acquired? A. A year. B. 2 years. C. 4 years. D. 3 years. The answer is D. 3 years. Question 20. A roof rack fitted to your car will cause A. Less chance of an accident. B. Your speed to increase. C. Your fuel consumption to decrease. D. Your fuel consumption to increase. The answer is D. Your fuel consumption to increase. Question 21. You are waiting to emerge at a junction, but parked vehicles are restricting your view. What can you do to help you see? A. Get out of the car and look. B. Look in a shop window's reflection of traffic. C. Ask a passenger to look behind. D. Check your interior mirrors. The answer is B. Look in a shop window's reflection of traffic. Question 22. You may drive over a footpath if A. You are getting to a property. B. You need to overtake a slow-moving vehicle in front. C. No pedestrians are using the footpath. D. It is at a dip in the curb. The answer is A. You are getting to a property. Question 23. While driving on a busy main road, you realize that you are traveling against the oncoming flow of traffic. Do you A. Pull in a side road nearest to the right before reversing back into the main road in the right direction? B. Perform a three-point turn while in the main road. C. Perform a U-turn while in the main road. D. Pull into a side road, then turn around. The answer is D. Pull into a side road, then turn around. Question 24. What driving style will cause risk to all on the road? A. Competitive. B. Cautious. C. Responsible. D. Defensive. The answer is A. Competitive. Question 25. While waiting at a Pelican crossing, an elderly person begins to cross the street. When the traffic lights turn to green, they are only halfway across the road. Do you A. Give the person a wave that signals they should cross as quickly as possible? B. Flash your headlights so the person is aware you are waiting? C. Rev the car's engine so they cross the road more quickly? D. Remain stationary until they have reached a pedestrian footpath? The answer is D. Remain stationary until they have reached a pedestrian footpath. How did you do? Are you ready to pass your test? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more essential driving test tips. Good luck, and see you in the next video.